Hello everyone, I'm Edith. As you all aware, Australia has many different types of visa. Some of these visas come with work rights. The most common visas that have work right are your 482 temporary skill shortage visa, 494 employer-sponsored regional visa, 485 graduate visa, 500 student visa, and 417 working holiday visa. Today's video, I'm going to go through with you a few things that you need to be aware of while working in Australia. Hopefully, this information will be beneficial for people who are watching this video right now. Please be reminded that this video is not advice about employment law. It is just general information for people who intended to work in Australia and potentially applying for a visa in the future. It is very important to get your paperwork correct from the beginning of time to avoid any delay or difficulty in lodging your visa application. I have come across clients who are no longer on good terms with their ex-employer, make it very difficult to get paperwork and cause delay and difficulty in lodging their visa application. So before you start looking for work, it is advised that you have a few things in place. The first thing is your tax file number. Second, bank account. Third, your superannuation account. This will make the employer able to fulfill its obligation in employing you. So before you start working for anyone, you should already have the tax file number in place. For tax file number, you will need to apply through the Australian Taxation Office. If you do not provide a tax file number before you work, the employer has to withhold the maximum percentage amount of tax from your salary. You will be able to claim this after a financial year during your tax return. By having a tax file number, you do not pay more tax than necessary. Once the tax file number is issued, it is for life and you do not have to apply for another one even if you change employer. Second, a bank account. A bank account is for your employer to deposit salary into. Opening a bank account requires a few identification documents such as your passport, birth certificate, driver license, and visa approval letter. Sometimes you may need to visit the branch in person to get it done. If your employer pay you cash for salary, it is okay, but you must get a payslip from your employer because the payslip will indicate the exact amount you received as payment. For more information on what needs to be included in the payslip, you can refer to the Fair Work website. I will put the website link in the description box below. And the employer must also issue a payslip within 24 hours of you being paid. Third is your superannuation account. A superannuation fund will collect a percentage of your income and deposit into a fund. The money in your super account is still your money, but you are not able to take it out until you reach retirement age or if you leave Australia. Super guarantee changes from time to time. Here is the table from ATO showing super guarantee percentage for each different financial year. Superannuation is compulsory. Sometimes employers do not pay super, despite that it's showing on the payslip. So it is your responsibility to log into the super account or MyGov to check that your employer has paid your super. There are many superannuation funds that you can choose from. You can go online to see which one suits yourself the most. Most medium to large employers are generally pretty good in complying with all of these employment conditions. If you work for a smaller employer or small business, sometimes they will ask you to apply for ABN and want to employ you as a sole trader or contractor. If this happens, you should seek independent professional advice to see whether it's a good idea to be a sole trader or contractor of a business. Sometimes smaller employer will ask people to apply for ABN as a sole trader or contractor so that they do not have to pay them the correct entitlement. There are a lot more items which I will not discuss in this video. Like what I mentioned before, if you want to know more information, you can always refer back to the Fair Work website. You should be able to find all the information you need there. So why is it important to keep good record of your employment history in Australia? A lot of people who work in Australia on a temporary visa in the hope to apply for permanent residency later. And a lot of these visas require you to have work experience. And to demonstrate work experience, you must have good record, such as your payslip, your bank statement, your ATO income statement, tax lodgement, and superannuation statement. Relevant work experience plays a very important part if you want to apply for employer-sponsored visa or skill visa. For example, with skill visa, the more years of work experience you have, the higher score you will get. So having the correct information is crucial. To claim your work experience, you must be able to show the number of years that you have worked, the number of hours that you have worked, and the amount that you get paid. So how do you demonstrate all of this? So besides showing your payslip, you can also show your bank statement showing that salary deposit into your bank account, your ATO income statement, and your superannuation statement. These are all important documents and this record should be up to date. If the record is not up to date, it might affect your eligibility for a visa application. Despite having the right document, you also need to consider the terms of your employment. Usually, an employee is hired as a full-time, part-time, or casual basis. So what's the difference between the three terms of employment? In Australia, full-time employees usually work an average of 38 hours per week on a permanent basis or on a fixed-term contract basis. Part-time employees work less than 38 hours a week and is also employed on a permanent basis or fixed-term contract basis. Casual employee usually work irregular hours, and casual employee usually does not have a firm commitment with their employer about the pattern of work. These three types of employment also have different entitlements. Some assessing authority require an applicant to have relevant work experience as part of the application. Just to be aware that some assessing authority do not consider casual employment as work experience. So I must remind all of you to have up-to-date record. Otherwise, if you leave a job and needed information later on, you might not be able to retrieve it. I have came across a lot of clients who do not have proper record, make it really difficult for them to lodge a skill assessment or apply for a visa. So everything that I shared just now is just general information. It is not advice for individual situation. Hopefully, after watching this video, you have learned something new or thing that you need to be aware of before starting work in Australia. All the best for people who are looking for work in Australia. If you like this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe this channel. See you next time. Bye-bye.